Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My girlfriend cheated on me and I don't really know how to deal with it emotionally. I'm 21 and I met my GF when I was 18 3 years ago. When I met her, her parents had a pretty strong hold on her, so we rarely went out, and most of the time we planned something they would not allow at the last second possible. Basically, I woke up with a message saying she couldn't go out with me. She was a year and a half younger than me, so I ended up swallowing the feelings this caused me. I sent her flowers on Valentine's Day when we couldn't be together, and she promised me when she turned 18 she would have total freedom. It only got worse. When she became 18, her parents argued a lot, and this period of our relationship stressed me a lot. I always told her she could come and live with me since they kept locking her in her room, and also left the house a couple of times to try and be with her to calm her down. It ended when she said she ran away and I went to get her in the middle of the night but ended up never seeing her, and she said she called the cops and they were talking with her parents, and I didn't doubt her and went home. The problem of rarely seeing her kept getting worse. All I wanted to do was see her at least twice a week, and it only seemed like she kept getting more distant. I compensated this with many things. I bought her a lot of games for us to play together without asking her to pay me back. When her parents argued with her that she didn't know how to cook, I taught her a couple of dishes I know. When she was feeling sad, I got her a ukulele because she always talked about it and tried helping her learn. I did some other things too, but basically I did all of this because I really loved her. I really did. I could have spent my whole life doing anything she would want, and the only thing I asked from her was her company and love. We had problems. She would lie a lot. She would show me drawings of other people and say it was hers, and I doubted it, so I reversed image search and confronted her about it and told her she did not need to lie because I liked her drawings. She has a deviation on her spine and I work out, so I asked around my gym and set everything up for her to join and get help with her back, only for when the day came for her to go with me there she calls me and tells me that she isn't even in the country and went on vacation with her family. Plus most of the time we would choose a day to hang out. When the day came I would wake up with some excuse of hers on why she couldn't go. This happened like 8 times out of 10, and I ended up going to bed already knowing I would get one of those messages the next morning. Now I'm going to talk about myself. She was my first girlfriend. I always had this idea about the boyfriend I wanted to be. I have always wanted to be helpful and able to deposit as much love as I can give. My parents aren't exactly a perfect relationship, and I grew up around a lot of arguing and screaming. I had to learn to not be like that, and I can admit that I was taking on my father's temper sometimes, and this was aggravated by all the lies. I guess I was also kind of blind to if she actually wanted my help on some things. I felt really hopeless close to our breakup. I would try to set up a day for us to be together, and I would cook with her and we could talk and all that, and she kept delaying it all while saying I'd do nothing with my life and that she was going out with her friends and I should avoid seeing them. We reached a breaking point and I ended up having to talk to her best friend for us to be together the next day. She would not kiss or even hold my hand. After that we never went out again. She kept ignoring most of my messages and was acting really cold to me. My family always told me I deserved better and I never heard them. My mother kept motivating me and my brother did as well. He also had relationship problems. My aunt told me a few months ago that if I did not leave this relationship she would cheat on me. I did not believe my aunt, but I broke up with her for real a few days ago. And she told me that she had been talking with a guy for a couple of months now. And right after we broke up she changed her Instagram to her and him and everything, man. You know, I just kind of feel hopeless, I guess. I invested so much into it. I really poured everything I had, and to be just thrown out like this, I don't think I have even cried it all out yet. My brother told me to live my best life since I'm 21, but I don't think I'm the type to meet people to sleep with them. It was never about the sex for me. It's an important part, sure, but I always valued having someone there for me more. My days consist of going to the gym, walking around a lot, and then home and sleeping. I don't think I can even go to the uni I planned on going to out of fear of seeing her and how that would make me feel. I tried installing Tinder and Bumble to meet people and see if I can find someone. I'm not trying to substitute her, I'm just trying to find someone who cares for me for real. I guess I just feel lost. I learned a lot during the 3 years I was with her. Before that, all I did was sit on the couch and play games. Now I do 3D models and play guitar and cook and work out a lot. I know I developed and I am thankful for it, but deep in me I just can't comprehend how, after all we went through, all the good moments and those moments we cooked together and slept together and hugged and kissed, how she can just discard that so quickly. When she lied, I tried to break up and I couldn't. I would just run back to her because I just hate being alone. Having someone at least seem to care about you in a romantic way is something that gave a lot of meaning to my life. Without it, I just feel like some kind of waste of skin that is apparently shitty enough to be cheated on and abandoned by her and my friends too. Sorry if venting like this is not supposed to be on this subreddit. I just needed to write this somewhere and thought this was the correct place. I hope I can find someone I can love and share my life with, cooking with them and just feeling them there. I guess I just kind of look for the feeling of being appreciated, and I tend to do a lot of stuff for people in the hopes that they give me some kind of recognition and affection, and I feel that comes from how when I was little I was always trying to get positive attention to counteract all the negative things like my parents arguing because of me. Forget about relationships altogether. I know it's easier said than done, but just try to work on enjoying your own company for a while. You need to learn to love yourself. You need to see that what you are is a great guy with many talents. Just because she didn't see it, doesn't mean it's not true. Believe your family when they say things like this too. It hurts now, but it won't hurt forever, and you really can do better. Also, you should go to university. Do not throw away your career chances, just 'cause of some immature girl. Best of luck, X. Thank you. It's night where I live and I tend to work on my projects during the night. It's great for getting my things done, but the silence makes me dwell on these things. I really do believe my family and people in general when they give me some praise, but I tend to have some insecurity issues because of some bullying I went through as a kid. It's a great motivator for me to better myself, but it also makes me feel like I'm never enough. Just remember, relationships aren't at all how they are portrayed in movies. You are young, relationships can be more damaging than drugs etc. to your future and your life path. You're second guessing your secondary education for a girl that never gave a shit about you. She just used you for her in between when she was likely dumped. There will be lots of PP in your life. You will look back at this one day, maybe not even long from now, and realize how much you've grown and how ridiculously meaningless this all was. Finally, and most importantly, actions speak louder than words. If someone truly wants to be with you, they will make the effort and be there. There won't be excuses, there won't be flaking out etc. They will chase you like you chase them, they will pour themselves into you like you do to them, they will consider you and do thoughtful things for you, just like you do for them. It's not a man's job to take care of the woman, it is both partners' jobs to take care of each other. I'm reading all your comments, and every time I struggle with this I will come here and read them. Thank you for everything you say, and I'm hopeful that I will find that person someday. Until then I will struggle with this, but reading what you write really helped. Leave. The first thing you need to realize is that you are super young and have your whole life ahead of you. I know people who find a second or third love in their 40s and 50s, so there is absolutely no reason to be anxious about this. The second thing you absolutely need to learn is that nobody will make you happy. Yes, having a partner is nice, but they will not supply you with things only you can give yourself. It is absolutely imperative that you learn to like your own company. Third, there is a saying in Brazil, "Que quer, dá jeito. Que não quer, dá desculpa." It can be roughly translated as people who want to find a way. People who don't want to find excuses. You should have broken up with her when she was creating difficulties to be with you. You should never date people who don't enjoy your company. Staying 24/7 isn't for everyone, and every couple needs to find their balance, but what you described just ain't it. Also, block her. You don't need to see her happy with her new beau. By the way, she probably just kept you around until she found someone she liked better, which is worse than cheating in my opinion. Dude, pull yourself, leave her. It's good for you to be separated from her. I can understand your love, but she cheated on me without knowing the beauty of your love. I say, for your own good, try to forget her. The one worthy of your love will definitely come looking for you. There's a lot you could have done differently, but the important thing is you got out with no permanent ties. Look into reading No More Mr. Nice Guy or listening to the audiobook on YouTube to see how you can avoid another relationship like this one. Also, keep leaning into your hobbies. You have time to date and figure other things out. Take it day by day. Looking back at my breakup 15 years ago, I would have a huge cup of OJ with ice in those paper cups from McDonald's and buy a gallon of orange juice. Best person you could ever love is yourself. This saying took me a long time to finally realize what it really means. Wow, that's hard. First love is almost as bad, sometimes worse than a divorce. Been through both. Just know two things. Girls today live in their world and timeline outside our understanding, and if you are not ready for these drastic course changes, you'll keep getting hurt. 2. The fastest way to heal is to date again. Work on the basics: looks, hygiene, clothes and money. Keep true to yourself, but that's just universal and gives you leverage. If you're mourning her after 3 to 6 months, you're in trouble. One last thing. I'm a random Redditor, so this has only been one man's experience. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.